Cheap Not Broke on Instagram and TikTok at Cheap Not Broke.
Cheap Not Broke fam, what's happening? Welcome back to Cheap Not Broke Live. It's Thursday. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it and we thank you. We're here, we're back, and we got another live show. Got another great show for you. Got another awesome topic. Is it dealing with Cheap Not Broke? Somewhat, somehow. Yeah, it's important. We got the Olympics coming up. Olympics are coming up next. They start Friday. The opening ceremony starts Friday. Now I'm just kind of looking up some stuff, and I realized, I don't know if you know this, Olympic athletes, the same people that we watch, all these same athletes that compete, bust their ass for 4 years, the best at what they do. They don't get paid very much. They don't get paid. They're not making a lot of money. A lot of them are struggling. A lot of Olympic athletes are struggling financially. Did you know this? Did you know this? Now, a lot of times when we think about the Olympic athletes, we think about the ones that are the best, you know, the gold medalists. What about all those people? Think about track. Track got what? 8 lanes? How many lanes does track have? I want to say track. Track, how many lanes does a track have? I used to run track. I should know that. How many lanes does a track have? How many lanes does track have? Yeah, 8 lanes. I knew that. I don't know why I need to look that up. I know better. Track got 8 lanes. Okay, track has 8 lanes. 3 people place. 3 people. What about the rest of the other? What about those other 5? 3 people. 5 don't place. What about them? They spent money. They had to get there. They had to train. They had to. What about the person in 8th place? Think about everybody in the Olympics who loses and gets last place. They get no bronze. They get no nothing. They get no recognition. Maybe, you mean, are you going to get sponsors being last? Probably not. So what do? How does that work? How does that work? How do you do that? I don't know. They don't do anything. They don't get paid. They don't make much money. These people are out here struggling. And I was doing my research and I was reading about it. And I went back and did all the history. I did all the research on the Olympics. Like, how did this get started? How did this happen? How did this happen? Well, as you know, big time institutions don't like to pay people. They don't like to pay. You hear it in every sports league, NBA, NFL, all over the place. They don't like paying people. So why would the Olympics be any different? Now, the Olympics is, the committee is the ICO, the International, or IOC, International Olympics Committee, the International Olympics Committee. The Olympics really started, you know, back in ancient Greece. That's when they all started. Okay, great. We get that. How did they become free? How did these people not start getting paid? Well, the Olympics started off as amateurs. You had to be an amateur. You couldn't be a professional, nothing to compete in the Olympics. So what does that mean? If you're an amateur, that means you're not a professional. In order to be an amateur and to compete with the best in the world, you got to what? Not work. You got to have some time off to train, which means you're not making much money. So the original Olympians were rich people because they had the money to train and do all this stuff, be an amateur and not get paid. Because if you're the best at what you do, you probably want to get paid. But if you're rich, you don't need all that. So it started off as amateur competition. And as time went on, sponsors got involved, but they still kept it amateur. People still couldn't get paid and couldn't make any money. So that's how it all got started. I'll get into it a little bit more later. But how much did they make? How much did they make? I was curious. How much did these people make? Athletes do not receive a salary for competing in the Olympics. Their earnings come primarily from sponsors, endorsements, and medal bonuses. If you win, everybody don't win. Somebody got to lose. Somebody got to come in 8th place. Somebody got to lose. Somebody got to come last. They're not getting no money. For example, U.S. athletes get $37,500 for a gold medal, $22,000 for a silver medal, $1,500 for bronze. $1,500 for bronze. Now, in Singapore, that's the United States. We be whooping ass in the United States. In Singapore, I see your comment, Josh. That's funny. In Singapore, they make about $700,000. If you win a gold medal in Singapore, you win $700,000. Now, how many people are winning in Singapore? Guess. Put it in the chat. Y'all already know how many people. Singapore athletes, if you get gold, you get 700,000. How many people over there winning gold? Come on, y'all can put in the chat. You know damn well how many. You don't know no athletes from Singapore. You know how many they winning. They're not winning nothing. They're not winning nothing. So that's why they get paid so much money to incentivize them to win. But if you're from Singapore, they go over there and get their ass whooped and everything. They don't make no money. Josh says sell drugs on the side. Just joking. Hey, you might have to. You might have to. Zero. Ding. 20 points for Josh. 20. They don't make nobody. Ain't nobody winning. Zero. That's right. You don't even know what the flag from Singapore looked like because nobody's been on the podium. Nobody win nothing. I mean, nothing. I don't know. I don't even know what the Singapore flag looked like. I want to go. It's on the bucket list. I'm going to get over to Singapore. But damn it, I don't expect to see no statues of no athletes because they get their ass whooped. So they make a lot of money. I mean, they make a lot of money if you win, but they know they're not paying out that money. Now, in the United States, if they paying $700,000, the United States going to have to pay about $1 billion to these athletes because they're going to get that money. They're going to get that money. Shauna, these athletes train hard. They have special diets, special shapes their whole life to compete and not get paid well. That is true. That is true. But like the history of the games, it started off as amateur competition. And as time went on, they would allow sponsors, but sponsors were for the ICO to make money. That's how they were making. They got to make money too now. So they were making money, but they were still trying to keep it amateur. So they weren't allowing people to compete. Now there's an American athlete, I think in the 1902 games. What was his name? I forget his name. I have to look his name up. But anyway, there's an athlete in the 1902 games. He whooped everybody's ass. He got gold in everything. He did amazing. He was probably considered to be the best athlete of that time, of that year. Now, they found out that he was playing amateur baseball. I think amateur baseball making $5 a game. So they sent the cops to his house to raid his house and take his medals. And they took all the stuff back because he wasn't clearly an athlete. He wasn't clearly an athlete. I mean, excuse me, an amateur athlete. He wasn't just an amateur athlete. So he took his stuff, took his money, and that's what happened with that. So the Olympics is trying to keep people broke. They don't want people to make a lot of money. I mean, the only way you really get money unless you like blow people out the water. Like think of Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps, Usain Bolt, Gabrielle Douglas. We know these athletes, but they were like they're phenomenal. Like people don't do that a lot. We haven't seen anybody do what Michael Phelps has done. Usain Bolt has done. So yes, they're very popular. They make a lot of money, but everybody don't do that. Now, Shauna was talking about the high level of training costs. Now, preparing for the Olympics is expensive. Costs include coaching, equipment, travel, living expenses, and which can amount to thousands of dollars per year, depending on the country you're in. Many athletes rely on personal savings, family support, crowdfunding, and part-time jobs to cover these expenses. Now, this came from Investopedia. That's my source. I started citing my sources so you can go look this stuff up too. So yeah, that's where they high training costs. Now in Germany, what they do is you don't get paid for your medal. The Germans don't get paid for their medals. What they do, the Germans, the country pays for your training, and then when you win, you just win. You just win. But what happens is this. Now, if you're American, you're probably gonna get some bread because you're from American country. We have a lot of advertising. We have a lot of companies over here that can support that. What about these small countries? What about countries in these little countries? They don't have a big budget. They don't have all these companies, all these Fortune 500 countries, the multinational companies to support them. What about them? Now, usually they don't win. Honestly, they don't win. You see the same people winning in everything. You really, really do. Most popular athletes get paid from endorsement deals and sponsorships. Exactly, the popular ones. But I'm talking about the ones who lose. You have to consider them because you look at the Olympic Games. Yes, we only care about the winners, but it's composed of a lot of people who lose and they don't get no money and they were out of pocket too. So what happens with them? And their statistics say 95% of athletes only compete in one game. I mean, think about it. You got to be really, really good to go back because you have to go through all these trials. And every year you're going to have young talent, people super young. Olympics is a young man's game. It's a young man's game. Josh said they sell drugs on the side. They do. They probably are selling drugs on the side, selling all a little farmer, a little everything. A little bit. Oh, we know you're just joking. All good. But yeah, That's I mean, these people who lose, they got to pay to go too. They got to fly over there to compete. They got to eat every day. They got to train. And think about the athletes, they don't have no job. If you're an Olympian, you don't have a job. Because I was talking to my fiance about this the other day. You can't be an Olympic athlete and doing 40 hours a week. You're going to get your ass whooped. You're going to get your ass whooped. You're doing 40 hours a week, and this cat is training 60 hours a week training, and you going to work, and you only training on the weekend. Good luck with that. You might do decent at your local YMCA, maybe. But I don't think you're going to make it to the Olympics having a full-time job, part-time job, or anything. Your life got to be about training and the sport. And not to mention, you're probably competing all through the year because you got to compete to make money. You have to. Now, I don't know about all sports because some of those sports seem like they only come around during the Olympics. I know one sport I looked up, handball. I don't think handball is a professional sport. I know you're not making no money off of no handball. Now, let me know if you can make $100,000 on handball. I'm gonna take my ass out there. I'm gonna go slap some handball too. But some of them sports, I don't think you're getting some of those Olympic sports. I don't think you can come back and make a decent living. It's cool in the Olympics, but not horse racing, but water polo, luge. I don't know. I don't know how much of your money you're gonna make off that. I don't know. Even the bronze players don't make much. They typically, the bronze don't make much. Look, this is a win or lose life. Win or you lose, not league, life. Life is winners and losers. We don't care about fourth place. Let me ask you this: who were the last few who were the last two runners up to the presidential winners? I don't know. I remember Mitt Romney. That's it. I don't remember all the people who run for president because you lost. We don't care about you. Who are the last 9 Super Bowl losers? We don't know. People care about who's winning. And whether you win or lose, you still got to pay to participate. You got to pay to be there. You can't just be there for free. And these people get no money. Now here's another crazy thing about the Olympics. What they don't do, what you didn't know was this. They only had Olympic sponsors. So they would pick who can sponsor in the Olympics. Like you always see Coca-Cola. You always see McDonald's. Fila was an official sponsor of the Olympics. Nike wasn't. So I don't know if you noticed, you haven't seen any Nike at the Olympics. You haven't seen any Nike uniforms or nothing because Nike is not a sponsor of the Olympics, and the Olympics bans outside sponsorship. So Nike can't sponsor anybody in the Olympics. They can't. Even the athletes can't wear their own stuff. Not until this year. 2024 is the first year that athletes will be allowed to wear the brands that they're sponsored by. So they've been restricting these people from making money from a long time. I mean, come on. You don't think Michael Jordan would wear some Jordans to the Olympics? Come on, you don't think LeBron going to promote Mikey at the Olympics? He would, but he can't. They don't let you do that. The Olympics is trying to keep you broke. Got these people out here working their ass off and not getting no money. That's crazy. And what happens if you get injured? You need health insurance. Somebody got to pay for that. You probably going to need some assistance. Somebody got to help you around. You might be on crutches and you don't work. So if you're not competing, you hurt. You can't go get no prize money. Then what you going to do? Like Josh said, you got to go sell some drugs. You got to sell some dope. You got to go do something. That's not what we want you to do. You got to go drive Uber. Could you imagine your favorite athlete driving Uber? Hey, what the hell you doing? Man, I need money too. This is a damn shame, man. Well, I'll make sure I tip you, bro, because I want to see you get back out there and whoop some ass. I sure appreciate that. Could you imagine seeing some of your favorite athletes from the Olympics driving Uber? It could happen because they're not making no money. It could damn sure happen. It's reality. It is reality. Average salary and training costs. U.S. Olympians, many earn less than $25,000 a year, with a significant portion of earning going to earning less than $15,000. Those are the people that are coming in 7th, 8th, and 6th place. They're not making that much money, especially in like a sport like track and field. They're not making much money. Training varies different sport to sport. Now, I don't care what sport you got. You got to have a coach. You got to pay your coach. You got to have nutrition. You got to eat a certain way. You probably got to travel. And let's say when you're competing, if you're competing in these different competitions year round, because Olympics is only 4 years, so you got to go compete in other stuff. If you're not winning, you're not getting prize money. Then how are you paying your bills? Because your bills depend on you winning. If you don't win, you don't get no money. Then what? Because everybody think, oh man, just because you compete don't mean you're gonna win. And you got to keep competing to win. And you might just keep on losing. So if you keep on losing, what you gonna do? Go down and work at Whole Foods? You gonna go down and be a mechanic? What you gonna do? I mean, and honestly, you can only be an athlete while probably in your 20s or 30s. I mean, that's it. I mean, I don't know any 40-year-old athletes, maybe some sports, but I don't know about too many athletes doing that. YouTube, do people get sponsors before the Olympics to help pay for training? I think some of the well-known athletes do, but you got to be good. You got to have a name because a sponsor's picking you up to carry their name. And if you're not winning, we're probably not going to put our name on you. We don't want to be associated with no loser. So if you're not winning, you're probably not going to get no sponsorship for the game. So you probably got to make it out. If this is your first Olympics and don't nobody know who you are, yeah, you probably going to have to foot that bill. Now you're going to have to get out there and really bust some ass. But here's another thing. Yo, got somebody new. Ryan Rich. Hi, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in tonight. Do gay Olympics have special cash benefits? I don't think so. I don't think they care if you're gay or straight. They don't care about your color. Hey, did you win? This ain't got nothing to do with none of that. Olympics is all about winning. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think you just got to go out there and win. Either you're winning, either you're top 3, or you're just out there. You're out in the streets. Because we're not putting our brand on nobody 5th. That doesn't make sense. If we're trying to be the top brand in the world, we're not going to put our brand on nobody 5th. We're not going to put our brand on anybody who's not winning. Like that's not good for business. You don't want to be associated with losers. I mean, that's just unfortunately how life goes. So, like YouTube user said, I don't think you're going to get any sponsors unless you're winning. You got to be winning because they got to know who you are. Because when we put our name on you, people got to want to spend that money and they got to want to buy it. They want to be like you. Because when you put them Jordans on, you know you're going to the finals 6 times. You know that. You already know that. So that's why Michael Jordan does good. Either you're first or last, Ricky Bobby. You damn right. Either you're first or last. That's a terrible way to live your life, but it's true. Either you're first or you're last. We don't remember those 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Now, you can make a good, decent living if you're a backup, like a backup quarterback. You can be the second person, but not in the Olympics, not in those type of sports. No. And even when you're on a pro team, you can be first or second. 3rd string don't play. We don't keep 3 people. Don't nobody keep 3 deep on their team. Well, football does sometimes, but you're the third of anything. You're probably not. You're not. 3rd option ain't getting as much money as the 1st. If you're 5th, 6th, you're not making any money. And that's just how it is. They got to pay for it. Now, let's see who the big sponsors are. Many of the major sponsors of the Olympics include companies like Coca-Cola, Samsung, Visa, Toyota. Big companies. These companies pay substantial amounts of money for sponsorships, contributing to the funding of Olympics and supporting the athletes indirectly. See, this money goes straight towards the Olympics, the ICO. But the ICO doesn't pay the athletes. They don't pay nobody. Your country pays you or your sponsor, but the Olympic Committee itself does not pay athletes. These companies pay athletes substantial amounts for sports rights, sports sponsorships, rights, contributing to the funding of the Olympics and supporting the athletes indirectly through various programs. Each sponsor pays hundreds of millions of dollars per 4-year cycle to be associated with the Olympics. Now, I don't know if y'all know, NBC is the only one covering the Olympics. You want to watch the Olympics, you got to watch NBC. NBC has had that sewn up for years. NBC is not beginning. NBC is not they're not giving up that contract. You see, TNT just lost the NBA rights contract, so there's not going to be any more NBA Tonight on TNT. So Charles, Kenny, Shaq, they're all gone. They're out of here. But NBC's not getting it right. Those rights cost billions of dollars. Can you imagine how much money everybody got to pay NBC to be on there? Commercials, everybody. You want to be seen with the Olympics? You got to go through us, NBC. It's crazy. And then the crazy thing about the Olympics is in Paris this year. I don't know. We got to be up middle of the night to watch to watch the Olympics. What's the meaning behind your slogan? Great question? Glad you asked. Cheap, not broke. Cheap, not broke. The meaning behind the slogan is live life at your price. Everything costs money, but you pay what you want to pay. A lot of times people think things cost too much money. You just can't do it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You just got to figure out how much you want to pay, whether that's waiting for something to go on sale, where waiting for something to be discounted. You can have whatever you want. You may not have a Ferrari, but you can rent one and drive for a few days. You can have everything that you want to have in life. You just got to have it at your price. Pay what you want to pay. Now, some things have extravagant amounts of money. Some things are never going to go on sale. You got to make that money and get there. But you can live life at your price. Cheap, not broke. Live life at your price. Pay what you want to pay. That's what Cheap, Not Broke is all about. Finding the discount, finding a deal. That's what we do. We don't do that couponing shit. I'm not into that couponing. That's a lot of work. And coupon is only for household products. Coupons for household products. We go find things on sale. We do the research and find a lot of things on sale. That's what Cheap, Not Broke is about. Getting things at your price. Pay what you want to pay. Don't let them bust you upside the head. Now, back to NBC. NBC, they like I said, they have exclusive rights to the Olympics, so you won't see anybody anywhere else. Now, the NBA, for example, they're shown on ESPN. Amazon just got some of that action. I'm pretty sure Netflix is going to get some sports action pretty soon. All that stuff is happening. But when it comes to the Olympics, NBC is the only one getting that money. They're the only ones getting that money. And that's it. And they're keeping that money, like I said, they're keeping that money away from the athletes. Now, when you think about this, think about the traveling costs. You got to fly to Paris. You got to get tickets. You got to fly to Paris. And then I'm pretty sure you got to get a one-way flight because you don't know when you're coming home. You don't want to, well, I'm going to get a ticket to the end of the Olympics. You might get your ass whooped and you got to go home early. So, you might want to go ahead and just get a one-way flight and figure out, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get my flight back depending on how well I do. That probably makes the most sense, right? You got to fly over there and think about, you got to train. You've probably been training since January. Look, you're competing against everybody in the world. Your diet has been tight. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if these people have been competing in other stuff because you don't want to get hurt. This is the Olympics. You don't want to mess around and get hurt doing something else. You got to be seen on that stage. So you're not working, probably not competing. And let's say this is my first Olympics. I don't have no name. I got to come up with all this money somehow. I got to have people believing in me. I got to have all these people believing in me, giving me all this money so I could compete in the Olympics. And this will happen. You get over to the Olympics, everybody believing in me. Yes, I got all this money to get the flight, the hotel, everything straight. I've been training, busting my ass. You get over there and you come in 8th. You lose. Let's say you run in track. You scratch. You out of there. You know that. They don't play that in track. One scratch, you're done. Or like the girl that doing the whole diving thing. She hit her head on the diving board. What happens? You spend all this money and go over there and lose. People don't talk about that. We only talk about the winners, the people who come out of there making millions of dollars. You're going to see a whole lot of people from all over the world that's going to get their ass kicked, and they're going home empty-handed. They got to go back to work, got to go back and get that regular job. Like, think about all the sports that you don't know. The people who row the boat. You don't know who they are. People who play handball, the people who do luge, who swim, you don't know who they are. A lot of these folks, you don't know who they are. Track and field, basketball, they already got money. Swimming, hit me with another sport that we all know. What's another sport? That's it. There's only a handful of sports that you can really get that money from. Let me find out. Let's look it up. Let's see what are let's look that up real quick. What are all the Olympic sports? What are all the sports in the Olympics? I want to know this year, because then we can tell you who's going to make money and who's not in 2024. We'll know that. We can figure out. We can go right down the list and figure out, okay, this person got an opportunity to make some money and this person don't. Oh, damn, this list is long. All right. Sheesh. It's a long list. Well, we ain't going to go through all of them. We're going to go through a few. Wait. Well, hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. They got breakdancing? Oh man, you just said it. He just said it. Oh, I didn't even look at your comment. I'm looking at something else. They got breakdancing. Okay, now listen, I'm from the MTV days. Y'all know damn well the Jabberwockies would have came in there and whooped everybody. The Jabberwockies been around, 20 years now? Jabberwockies been around a long time. Y'all remember the Jabberwockies? They had the face on there. Man, y'all remember the Jabberwockies? They would have came on there and whooped everybody's ass. Cycling, bobsledding, Yes, cycling, bobsledding, but yes, those two. But cycling, I don't know. I don't know if cycling. I don't know if cycling and bobsledding you're gonna get a sponsor and make a lot of money because I don't think people care about those sports. I don't think. Yep. I don't think they care. I don't think they'll care about that right now. All right. Let's see. Breakdancing. Breakdancing is making his debut. Kayak cross will be introduced. All right. Men in artistic swimming. What is artistic swimming? I don't know what the hell that is. Kiteboarding. So I see people on the beach doing kiteboarding. These are new additions. Mixed ski team event. Oh, that's shooting. That's shooting range. Marathon walk. Rick's Maystay track and field. Oh, man, they got people out there doing slow walking. That's ridiculous. You shouldn't have nobody there doing no slow walking. You shouldn't have that. I don't agree with that. All right, let's see what we got up here. We got aquatics, swimming. Michael Phelps, you're going to make some money. You can get some sponsorship in that. That's for sure. Yep, Jabberwockers do have a show in Vegas, and I haven't been yet. I need to go check them out. I like Jabberwockers. Where are they at? Jabberwockers are... Where was I? Are they at the Luxor? I don't know, but they are in Vegas. If you haven't seen the Jabberwockers, go check them out. They good. They are good. All right, let's see. We got archery. No money. Track and field. Yes, track and field probably one of the people make most money. Badminton. No. Basketball. Yes, you're gonna make some money. They got 3-on-3 in basketball Olympics. Well, they just should let Ice Cube people in there. If y'all got basketball 3-on-3, let Ice Cube get some of that action because he got the 3-on-3 league. Beach volleyball, I'm pretty sure you'll get some money. Boxing, breakdancing, that's different. I don't know about that. Cycling, mountain biking, so you got all cycling. Equestrian, horse racing. Fencing, no. Football, soccer, of course you're going to make some money. These cats are already famous. So football, you already got a name. Gymnastics, yes. Handball, no. You're not going to make no handball, and you know who I'm talking to. You're not going to make no money in no handball. Hockey, field hockey, maybe. Judo, I'm sure, yeah, judo, you might make a name for yourself. You probably can get some apparel. You can probably get some apparel sponsorship doing judo or doing the fighting. Rowing, probably not. Rugby, sailing, shooting, skateboarding. Now, yeah, skateboarding, you'll get picked up for that. If you're in the United States, you can get picked up for that. Tennis, sure, but they're already making money in tennis. Triathlon, probably get a shoe sponsorship. Volleyball, your woman might get some booty short sponsorship. Who knows? Weightlifting, maybe, and wrestling. So there's 39 sports. There's 39 events total, and I don't. There's only a third of them that you're really going to make some money out of that. That's it. You're not going to really make money. There's only so much. And then I had a conversation about why track and field doesn't make any money because the races are 10 seconds. You can't really do nothing with that. The races are 10 seconds long. There's not much we can do with a 10-second race. There's not much we can do with that. You got rowing. Yes, you got rowing, but I just don't think rowing. I just don't think that's popular enough. You have to be in a sport where people really, really know you, where they can blow you up big enough to justify paying you millions of dollars. Like Usain Bolt, he's from Jamaica. Track and field is huge in Jamaica, and track and field is huge in a lot of countries. So track and field is huge, but it's not football, basketball big, But you can get a sponsorship. You can make some money doing that. So the Olympics overall, man, the money comes from the sponsorship. It does not come from participating in it. They only give you $37,000, and I'll be honest, they used to tax that money. The United States used to tax that money. I'm not putting on the United States nothing. If y'all gonna tax me, y'all not gonna have me out here representing the country and you taking a piece of it. No. So they don't tax the athletes no more, but they used to. At one point in time, they did tax it. Now I think the athletes are tax free. I think the athletes are tax free up until $1 million, but I don't think you can make $1 million in medals. So it's tax free. They don't tax the athletes anymore. But once upon a time they did. And that's just filthy and nasty to tax the athletes. Why would they do such a thing? But hey, it's America. Uncle Sam was like, after what you get done, Uncle Sam sitting there, I need mine. And he gonna get his. Uncle Sam always gonna get his. Yeah. So what do y'all think? Y'all gonna? Is anybody watching the Olympics? You excited about the Olympics? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I just want to see track and field. I want to see the 4x4. I used to run the the events I used to run. I used to run the 4x4. I used to run the 400. I want to see the 4x1, the 100. Track and field. I like all track and field. I like Bob. Is it Bob's? Nah, bobsledding is a winter sport. That's a winter sport. Of course, I'm gonna watch basketball. USA. They got to get it done because the other teams and other countries are getting good. USA basketball is not what it used to be. It's not what it used to be. They get their butt whooped nowadays. Jabberwockers, they perform at the MGM Grand. That is right. That is right. They perform at the MGM Grand. Yes, I did good because I went to MGM Grand. Thank you, Josh. That's where they perform. Check them out. Jabberwockers. Now, they're probably too old to compete in the Olympics, but I will be watching breakdance, the Olympic breakdancing competition. I thought flag football was going to be the Olympics. Soccer. Yes, they got soccer too. Soccer is going to be big. Soccer is big in the Olympics. Soccer is big. Basketball, any sport that people already watch is going to be big. Now, some sports are only going to come around like swimming. We don't watch swimming without the Olympics. That's not something you watch that much. That's not something we get into that much. But we're going to get into it. We're going to see. I do like the Winter Olympics, but we're going to see what that happens. We're going to see what that happens. All right. We're going to get into some interesting news. I was a little slow on my news articles, but that's all right. We're going to just roll through it. We're going to roll through it. So we're going to go to break real quick, come back, and we're going to go to interesting news. But real quick, we got a word from our sponsors. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's very much appreciated. If you're first time watching, thank you. Thank you for watching. We're going to go to break real quick, and we're going to come right back and go to interesting news. If I can find a damn thing. Here we go. What's up, people? Thank you for tuning back into my channel. I got some new merch for you. I got hats, I got mugs, and I got the new Cheap Not Broke shirt with the patch on them. This stuff is official. I got it hot off the press, sewn on just for you. I got black, red, and white. Head over to cheapnotbroke.com and grab your merch. All right, we're back with interesting news. Now, I didn't even know this is right. This is wild. Video game performers to go on strike in another blow to Hollywood. I didn't even know people have video game. I didn't know they have video game performers. So I guess these are the people who, like, when you play NBA 2K, Madden, they're the people who do all the movements to allow them to upload that stuff into the system. So I guess it's not all computer made. Video game actors and performers have called a strike. Failed another labor contract. Basically, Hollywood is screwing them over like they do everybody else. But these people have a union. The SAG-AFTRA union has called a strike for interactive media agreement that covers video game performers effective Friday. Even video game performers got protection. Why everybody else can't get no union? I'm starting to think, you know what? I used to really be against unions, but I think when it's done the right way, a union can benefit you. Because if you look at all big leagues, like all athletes, they have leagues. Not leagues, unions. Actors have unions. Professional athletes have unions. So I'm like, well, if all these rich people, they got really lots and lots of money, they all got unions. Well, maybe everybody else needs a union. But the thing is, you need the union to really work on your behalf. Because sometimes you hear about the union, they be screwing people over. They don't look out. They don't have the best interest of the employees in mind. So I used to really be against unions with Starbucks. But then I had watched this whole documentary, did my research on Starbucks. I'm like, you actually do need a union. They don't pay these people enough. These people be working hard. And the union, basically, they're trying to fight for your rights. Now, Waffle House needs a union. Waffle House needs a union. If you didn't know, Waffle House was charging its employees for a meal, even if they eat it or not. So basically, Waffle House will charge you like $5 a day for meals, even if you don't eat there. So let's say you work at Waffle House and you go down there and eat street at Burger King. They're gonna charge you $5 at Waffle House. I didn't eat here today. Well, we're still gonna charge you that money. No, no. But I thought the people would have quit or walked out of Waffle House. They did not do that. They stayed. They stayed. I love Waffle House, but damn it, if they would have had to shut down so they can get their money, I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that. But if they had a union protecting them, they'd be straight. We need a union in comedy because we be getting screwed over in comedy. They got us performing for free and all that. I don't like it. Comedians need a union. Next story. Uber and Lyft win majority ruling in California as top court rejects bid to classify drivers as employees. They keep trying. They keep trying. Now, I think, what was the state? Was it Maryland or Virginia? Somebody recently got approved that Uber drivers would be classified as employees. I just don't see how that's going to work because they're going to find a way. They're not paying you health benefits. They're not doing that. I don't see Uber or Lyft paying you all that. What is the reason they're going on strike? Is it due to AI or is AI taking over? Let's see. The reason they're going on strike is because the video companies, Activision, EA Sports, have they've been using, like I said, yeah, you're right. They've been using AI. And they feel like they should get an increase in pay because SAG-AFTRA represents the film and television actors went on strike last July over inadequate pay and all this other stuff. These people, they weren't included in that. And as time goes on, they need their contract updated because, back in the 90s, you didn't have real performers in the video games. So as all these things continue to expand, hey, y'all excluding us. We're here now. So probably when they were negotiating their rights, they're like, well, hey, we're in a union too. We should be included in this. And they didn't get their contract negotiated. I don't think it's necessarily AI that's running them off. I don't think they were included in the negotiations. And they probably might want to use AI, but they weren't included when Hollywood, all the actors struck. The video performer actors did not strike, and they want to get included and get their cut. So that's what that is about. But I didn't even know they had actors in the video games because when I look for jobs in acting, I don't see none of that. But they're going to walk off the job. But here's the thing. Video games don't come out that often. So I don't know how long. They could probably hold out for a while. Now, they better not hold up. They better not delay Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on Grand Theft Auto 6. I want to see that. Negotiating with AI can completely take over their positions is crazy. That's right. AI can completely take over your position. Man, I just watched a video on not AI, real robots. They're trying to get real robots out here doing stuff. Now, but my thing is this. They've always had robots. Robots have been around for a long time. The Jetsons made was a robot. It's nothing new. They're just trying to hype it up. They're not about to get rid of humans. I don't see that happening. People still need that. People still need that. Problem with voice actors and stunts. Yeah. Yep. Stunt actors too. Yep. Because we forget about that. Stunt actors don't be jumping off buildings and doing all that. That's a whole nother genre of actors, which are stunt actors, which their jobs are dangerous. They break bones and they have all kind of stuff happening to them. So stunt actors, voiceover actors, everybody got to get paid, and everybody deserves a fair contract. But back to Uber and Lyft. So Uber and Lyft, they are not about to classify drivers as employees, and they keep fighting and trying this. They're not doing. The ruling by the California Supreme Court is a majority victory for the ride-hailing industry, which has said that many companies would end their limit service in state if they were forced to treat thousands of drivers as employees. The court dismissed the lawsuit from Service Employees International Union that 4 drivers who say that the 2020 ballot known as Measure Prop 22, which preserves drivers' contractor status, was granting them some benefits, was unconstitutional. California's a tough state. I'm surprised because California's like really for employees. They're like, it's a really employee-filling state. Like in the state of California, if you work 8 hours, the ninth hour is overtime. So, a lot of other states, you work 40 hours, 41 hours is overtime. California, 8 hours plus is overtime. So you get overtime every day in California, which is nice. Some other places you got to work 40 hours. You're not gonna get overtime till Friday. I get overtime every day at 5 o'clock. Every day I get overtime at 5 o'clock. And then you have the California hour, which is called the California hour. So if you miss your lunch break, let me look that up. Let me make sure I'm telling y'all the thing. California hour. California hour. California hour. What is California hour? It's not giving me anything. California hour. If you miss your lunch break, they will automatically give it back to you on the back end of the hour. So if you don't take a lunch, they will give you an extra hour. California hour. Now you know companies got a way of weaseling their way out of that. They got a way of weaseling their way out of that because they control the time clock. I went through. I got some money from a class action lawsuit with O'Reilly's because I was working from 7 to 3. I did this for years and I didn't take a lunch break. I didn't think it was a problem because I'm getting up out of here. I would eat, but I wasn't punching out for lunch. I didn't think it was no problem, but apparently that's illegal. They got sued, and I got a few dollars for it. It wasn't a lot of money. It was like $60. $60. All right, I'll take it though. I appreciate it. And I messed around, thought it was some junk mail, and then didn't even open the checkup. So I'm glad I kept it. But this thing about let's talk about let's talk about that. Let's talk about Uber and Lyft because I've done it. I've driven for Uber and Lyft. It's a sham. It's a sham. Here's why. Because you only get paid while somebody is in the car. While you're driving from person to person, you don't get paid. So you might drive. So let's say you start driving at 8 o'clock in the morning. You don't get your first ride until 8:10. All right, fine. You drive 3 miles, 4 miles. You get to this person at 8:15. Now, that first 10 minutes, you're driving 2 miles. Then you got to drive 3 miles. That's 5 miles. You get somebody in the car, pick them up. You drive them 6 miles, drop them off. The next person might be 4 miles away. You're driving 4 miles. You're not getting paid until that person gets in the car. So while you're not, and all those times, because when I was driving Uber and Lyft, they would keep taking you further and further out. One night, I took a guy, he was in here visiting from somewhere. He was in downtown LA. I ended up taking him to Anaheim. Anaheim's like an hour and some change out. Drove him all the way to Anaheim, but here's the thing. Who needs a ride from Anaheim 1 o'clock in the morning back to Los Angeles? Nobody. Nobody needs a ride. So what you do? You got to drive all the way back home and you don't make any money. I would have been better off not going out that far, staying in the city limits, making short trips. But when I was doing it, Uber and Lyft take you way out and you don't get no money. You drive way out. Nobody needs a ride back home and you don't get paid. And when nobody's in the car, you're not getting paid, but that's still gas. Now, if you're getting paid hourly, you're going to get paid that hour when somebody's in the car or not. See, I don't think they want to do that. They don't want to pay people who are not transporting. That's why they don't want to pay you, because the business model right now is only when somebody's in the car, we're paying you. While you're going from A to B, you don't get paid. That's not us. So they got it sewn up. Uber and Lyft have it sewn up. It's nasty work. It's nasty work. If you need a quick buck, it's a great way to make some money. But it ain't no career. It's not no career. You can't make no living off no Uber and Lyft. Very hard, very difficult. You're going to need something else to supplement your income. You really are. But, hey, to those who do it, each his own. If you're making a living, do it. More power to you. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say everybody can't do it, but it is very difficult. And you got to really like being in that car. You really, really do. I like being in that damn car. It's not my thing. Uber and Lyft, not for me. I did it. Made me some money. Thank God for it. It got me where I needed to do, but I just realized, man, I can do other things to make more money. And, I stopped doing it. Stop doing it. Not doing it. But if you do it, to each his own. To each his own. You should damn sure. If you do it, you should start a YouTube channel and talk about your stories. Because I see a lot of people drive Uber or Lyft. They got great YouTube channels. It's good content. It's good content. Good content. All right. So what do y'all think? How do y'all feel about the Olympics? How do you feel about these athletes not getting paid? Would you boycott? Would you like, you know what? I don't like this. I'm not going to watch. Or you're like, that's their problem. What do you think? Do you think they should get paid more money? I think they do. I think they should. I think they should boycott 1 year and just say, look, we're not going to do anything until we start getting paid a decent wage. But 9 times out of 10, the top athletes are getting sponsorship dollars. They're getting endorsement deals. They're not going to not participate because they know I'm going to win. I'm going to get paid. So they don't care about that. So you're always going to have the people at the top of the food chain messing everything up for everybody at the bottom because they're going to win, just like in the NFL. That's why you can't get anything done. A boycott, I mean, not a boycott. You can't get a lockout because the guys with no money are going to go back. The guys with the money will sit out, but the guys with the money don't need to sit out. And the guys that need to sit out need the money. So it's real convoluted. The people who need to sit out can't afford to. The people who can sit out can't afford to. But the people who need to sit out can't because they need the money. So they got to go back and play. And that's why the NFL does not have long-term health insurance and a lot of stuff, because when they negotiate, they don't negotiate. You know, you got guys 20, 30 years old. They don't care. They're trying to get theirs now. They're not thinking about all that other stuff. They're not thinking about all that stuff. The sports that don't get much attention should boycott for more. That's true. But here's the thing. They don't get enough attention to boycott. Nobody's paying them enough attention. Let the ice skaters boycott. Be like, who? The what? The ice skaters boycott? Oh, damn. I didn't even know they was here. Yeah, that might be a mistake because they're going to boycott and get forgotten. We already don't know who you are. So if you boycott, shit, well, we don't even care. That's like boycotting bologna. Like, hell, we didn't even care about no bologna. We don't want that. But I get it. They should. I agree. They should definitely boycott. I am 100% with you. But will they get the recognition to do so? I just don't think so. Because you know what? It's a damn shame to be boycotting and people don't even know it. Like, we've been boycotting for the last 6 months. Well, we didn't know. That's like you a person, you know, like people set themselves on fire to boycott something and don't even know. Like, you know, that man burned his ass up last week for what? I guess he wanted to increase his pay. Well, he's not even here no more to get paid. So why would he do that? People do some crazy stuff to boycott. People do some crazy stuff. But listen, if you're going to boycott, make sure they know who you are. Don't boycott and we don't even know you. You've been boycotting thinking you getting ahead. They don't even know who the hell you are. We didn't even know they were here. So, yeah, that's true. If they boycott, they'll go to the next person in line. That's right, Mr. Hall. They boycott that, and that's exactly how it keeps on going. The show will go on. Somebody will always come collect a check, and that's how it keeps on going. If they boycott, the next person gonna come get it, and that's it. That's how they can keep paying the Olympics, because somebody's gonna say, you know what? Even though they're not paying that much, if I come out here and I shine one time, it can set me up for the rest of my life. And you're always gonna have somebody to take that chance, and that's why they're never gonna get that right. Because the people who make the most money are not going to boycott. They're not. And the people who can boycott, we don't even care because you come in 8th place. What we care for? We don't care if you boycott. Whatever. So that's how it goes. But the Olympics, I want to say the opening ceremony starts tomorrow, y'all. Let's look real quick. Opening ceremony. Well, my spirit spelling is right. Olympics 2024. Oh man, I'm spelling this all wrong. I spelled economy. Opening ceremony. Olympics opening ceremony. Paris 2024. 14 hours. So for me, that's going to be 14 hours. 7 p.m., 7 a.m., 9, 11 o'clock. So it's going to be 11 o'clock. So it starts 11 o'clock. Oh, man, this is nasty. Nasty work. So, you know, just pay attention. Y'all should, oh, man. I don't like this. Peacock owns, NBC owns Peacock. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to put this stuff on Peacock and make you pay. Don't be surprised. NBC owns Peacock. They're going to probably try to put some of the stuff on Peacock and make you pay. So don't be surprised. So I'm going to have to come find a free way for us to watch the Olympics, y'all. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to be on it this weekend because they make us pay. We're not paying. Not cheap, not broke. We're not paying. I'm going to find us an app. Where you can watch the Olympics for free. We'll see. Let's hope. It comes on basic cable. I'm not signing up for no Peacock. You can kiss my feathers. I'm not signing up for no Peacock. That's not going to happen. So opening ceremony is 14 hours from now. It's 14 hours from now. It's a perfect system where they choose few. They get highlighted with endorsements and sponsorships, and then the others get crumbs. That's right. They get crumbs. Think about it. When you watch the Olympics this year, think about those people who come in 7th, 8th, and 6th. What they about to do? They're not taking your picture or nothing. Think about it. I mean, what you gonna tell somebody? I went to the Olympics. What place did you come? I came in 5th. They don't even give you no medal. I mean, at least they give you a T-shirt. Hopefully, they're kind enough to give you a T-shirt. If you go to the Olympics and you don't come 1st through 3rd, hopefully they give you a nice T-shirt or something. A T-shirt, a watch, a chain, a lunchbox. I hope they give them something. Y'all got to give these people something to let them know they were there, because it's wrong. Give them a lunchbox or something. I don't know. I got to give them a pen, something. I participated in the Olympics this year. Y'all got to let people know. But that's what we got. All right, everybody. That's what we got. The Olympics. I think this is great. We're going to do another show. We'll do another topic on the Olympics next week. We'll figure out, because the Olympics is coming up. So we're going to talk about some Olympic stuff. Talk about who makes the most money in the Olympics. How much do they tax them? I think that's a good topic. How much do the Olympians really make? So we know they don't pay them, but when they do get paid, how much do they make? We'll break all that down. How much, all that stuff. We'll break all that down. So we'll dive back into this next week. I think this is a good topic. I like it. What y'all think? We should keep on going off the Olympics. Drop a comment. Let me know. Should we keep it going with the Olympics? Because I think this is a great topic. They're not getting paid. If you lose, you're going home broke. So I think this is going to be a good topic to get back into next week, which is what we're going to do. Thank you all for commenting tonight. Thank you, Mr. Johnny Hall, Josh Brown, Shauna, YouTube user, and Right is Glizzy. Thank you. Thank you for all the new comments. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for participating. And YouTube user, my guy. I appreciate y'all tuning in each and every week. This is Cheap Not Broke. We are back on Monday. Same time, 6:30. I got some new stuff. If you haven't, go check out my BET video. I put up my video right after this. When you get off, go check out my BET video. I was at BET Live, showing you what it was, a free event, good stuff. And let's keep it Olympics. We're going to keep it Olympics next week. Booyah. We're going to keep it Olympics. We're going to see who has made the most money in Olympic history. That's what I want to know. And how much are these sponsors really paying? We're going to dive into that. Yes. Thank you. Good information. I appreciate that. I appreciate you tuning in, bro. I appreciate you. And everybody else. So we're going to be back on with the Olympics next week. Good stuff. Juicy stuff. What I go? Oh yeah, the BET video. Go check out my BET video. I got that coming. I'm finally getting to Brazil. Went to Brazil back in May. I'm getting to the footage. I got some awesome stuff for you for Brazil coming up. Good stuff for there. Got my video from Ish, Kentucky when I went tubing. Got that coming. So I got some videos. So go check out my videos, man. I like to, I'm not just on here live. I go do a lot of crazy stuff. So I'm trying to get into asking questions, doing the Q&A stuff. But man, it's hard. I got to find me somebody to hold my camera for me. But I'm going to get into that. Keep putting on good content because I want you guys to have good content while I'm not doing the live videos. I want you to still have some good content to check out. So that's why I put all the other stuff up. The video from BET. I was in Chinatown Nights. I got that video. I don't think I posted that. So all the stuff when I'm going out doing free events, I post those videos. I post that content. So y'all can check it out. So please go watch the other videos outside of me being on live. Go check out the podcast. Cheap Chat Podcast. Season 4 is up. Got a new season coming. So check all that out. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you haven't, please go to cheapnotbroke.com. Grab you some merch. Grab you some t-shirts. Got one of these. It's sewn on there. It won't come off. And I'm trying to tell y'all, when you show up with a Cheap Not Broke shirt on, people are like, oh man, I like that shirt. You want a discount? Hell yeah. And make sure when you give you that discount, make sure to tell them, subscribe to Cheap Not Broke. I'm telling you, when you got the shirt, man, people just be giving you a discount. Like, hey man, you Cheap Not Broke? Man, discount. They look out for you. They know you're a part of the community. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Go to cheapnotbroke.com. Sign up for the email list. Stay informed on what we got going on. And go check out my Patreon. I do have Patreon. You can go to Patreon. Cheap Not Broke. I got exclusive content over there. We got some stand-up. So that's where I put up my stand-up comedy. I put up that on Patreon. So you can check that out over there. And also go check out my stand-up my special, Who is Malcolm? If you haven't watched it, Josh Brown, YouTube user. If you haven't checked out my stand-up special, go check it out on cheapnotbroke.com. It's a riot. It's Friday night tomorrow. Go watch me. Let me entertain you and your family. It's a good time. Whew. That was a lot. All right. We're going to be back on Monday night, Olympics all week. We're going to talk about who won, who lost, who's getting their ass whooped, and who's going home with the money. We're going to break all that down. So I'm going to break all that down. I'm going to wear me a nice Olympic commentator suit. We're going to make it fun. We're going to have a good fun next week, all Olympic stuff. So we're going to bust ahead and make it happen. We're going to go make it happen. Josh is going to check it out. I appreciate you, bro. Go check that out. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think. All right, everybody. I got to go hit the streets tonight because I got to go do some comedy tonight. Got to stay on that work. Got to keep on working, man. Got to keep working. Remember, cheap, not broke. Live life at your price. Live life at your price. Pay what you want to pay. Don't let them pick you. Pay what they want to pay. It's your money. It is your money. Thank you all. Monday, we're back. The Olympics 2024. I think we'll have some stuff that goes on this weekend. So we'll definitely have some stuff to talk about. Breaking it all down, how much of these athletes are making, and who are the top sponsors in the Olympics. That's what we're going to talk about next week. All right. So have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday night. Stay cheap, not broke.